19th finals game between the Warriors and the Cavaliers. Historic fourth straight meeting between these two, and LeBron James honored it by wearing shorts with a suit.
I thought it was a great game.
It was a great game.
As you can say, it was a great suit.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great game. Kevin Durant, your finals MVP. A rough start to what turned out to be a great game. Klay
J.R.
Thompson,
Smith in the middle of that one,
who is so durable, undercut by J.R. Smith there, and Klay has to leave the game with a left lateral leg contusion. That's the same diagnosis that's been used for Andre Iguodala, who missed game one and has been out, 5-6 games now with that condition. Kevin Love misses the three, gets it back. This is a huge part of the game, Zeke. Offensive rebounds for the Cavaliers. They were plus 14 in that category.
Yeah, and we talked about Love's rebounding ability at the start of the game, and I thought that was fully on display. He ended up with 13 rebounds, and LeBron James going to the hole in the first half. He was just, big man strength.
At some point, though, there has to be a Cavalier that hits a momentum starting or momentum stopping shot other than LeBron James.
Oh, other than LeBron.
And at some point, for them to win games in this series.
That guy's in Boston.
Well, all right.
I think he means on the roster.
No, but I'm saying, he's the only one that can make a play for himself.
Yeah.
As you see Curry making a beautiful play for Durant. But you're right. They all play off of him.
All of them. Every single person plays off of what he does. And this, he doesn't play off of anybody.
And count it. We all knew it was going in.
Yes, we did.
And he even knew it as he goes, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, babe.
That was the end of the second quarter, but essentially the start of the third quarter for the Warriors, which they have owned over this postseason.
I like JaVale McGee in this series, man. If he could keep his stamina up, because he hasn't played much in the last series of any. I don't know if he could play more minutes. But
Steve Kerr started him in the third quarter.
As
played
it goes
about
on.
6 minutes.
Yep.
Great activity on defense, too.
And most of those were good minutes. He kind of reached his sell-by date about 4 minutes into that stretch.
Oh, my gosh. He got to step up.
LeBron out of his gourd tonight.
Come on, man.
Warriors plus 10 in transition. Sean Livingston to Kevon Looney.
What they used to say about James Brown? James playing by himself, man.
LeBron goes to the bench for a stretch. He's back. He's still good. Hammers that home. Unbelievably efficient. At one point, he had 31 points on 13 shots in this game.
Unbelievable.
Getting late. Here's Durant out to Draymond Green. Shooting under 28% from three-point range in the postseason, but he knocked down 2 tonight. More from James. Look at the strength. Foul on Looney. Takes the contact. Gets the and one.
Concentration and touch.
Cleveland up by 2. Then the play of the game, at least before the other play of the game. James steps into Durant, said he knew he was outside the line. He knew he took the hit. And at least one official knew it was a charge on Durant, but because of uncertainty about whether or not the defender was inside or outside that restricted area, they are allowed to go to review. They reviewed the play and determined that it was, in fact, a block on James. Couple free throws later, it's a tie game. More from James. Sixth 50-point game in NBA Finals history. It's a 2-point Cavalier lead. Steph, he had 29 and 1.
Great Barry Bonds in the background.
Golden State up 1. George Hill, they lose him here defensively, so Klay has to grab him rather than give up the layup. And it's free throws for Hill with the NBA Finals on the line. First appearance in the Finals. Knocks down 1, misses the second. J.R. Smith, does he know the score? Does he not know the score? Ran out the clock.
He said he knew the score.
Says he knew the score.
I'm not going to call a man a liar. But
and so we go to overtime.
Bad basketball play there. If you know the score,
4
right here
seconds
you
left
got to turn and try to attack if you knew the score.
Might have had a chance just to lay it in when he grabbed it.
Yes. Huh?
You call him a liar?
No. If you know the score, you still should have gone back.
It's
a bad basketball play.
Okay.
It was definitely a bad basketball play, whether he knew the score or not.
Or he said, I didn't know the time. I don't know if he said I didn't know the score or the time. I want to read them lips again.
Klay Thompson wound up with 24 after that early injury scare. And it's all Warriors here in the overtime. They scored the first 9 points of the OT. You can only imagine how emotionally deflated the Cavaliers had to be going into this overtime.
Yeah, and you know, they had a tough overtime, and I thought Golden State showed the poise of a champion in that overtime and came back and played extremely well in the overtime.
And then we've got a little dust up here late. Tristan Thompson gets the quick flagrant 2, so he's ejected. In fact, they couldn't call a technical foul on him for this dust up because he'd been ejected from the game. He walks off. We'll see what happens, if anything, in terms of the league because of that. Draymond Green said there was nothing verbal about it. They weren't really talking to each other.
Oh, a little contact there.
Definitely some contact. And the Warriors get the win, 124-114. After a wild, wild night, the Warriors take a 1-0 lead for the 4th straight year. They are 18-1 at home in the postseason.